Hey guys, NixDiscGolf bringing you my 2022 In The Bag video. You guys loved the last one, so why not do another one? Before we get into the actual bag, as you can see, I am repping the Bomb Disc swag. I'm really excited to be sponsored by them again in this 2022 season. Now let's hop into the bag. So first off, with the bag, I have the Atlas Pioneer bag. This is the newer Brody Smith inspired bag, so it's just got a few upgrades from the normal Pioneer bag. You can see the Dark Horse patch right here. This bag's been great. I've only had it for a couple weeks. It holds all the discs that I need and more, and I don't have a problem holding anything else that I might need out on the course. So the Pioneer Atlas bag has been great. So for putters, we'll start off with the putting putters. If you guys saw my last In The Bag, you guys will see that these are the same Neo Matrix Wizard Triple S Wizards. These are my go-to. I've never had a more confident putter. I tried out a few putters on the off season, and these guys found their way back to the bag. So I'm putting with the Triple S Wizards. So moving on from the putting putters, I have 4 throwing putters in the bag. We'll start from understable and then move our way to stable. So for understable, I'm still leaning on that same deputy that you guys saw from last year. This thing is super beat in. It knows nothing but to go to the right. And then I've even tried a little bit of touch game with the forehand to see how that goes, but I'm still working that into the bag. A staple in my bag again is the Triple S Wizard. You guys saw this disc in the last video as well. It's money. I mean, it's my go-to, one of my most trusted discs in my entire lineup. My next disc is a Harp. As far as the plastic, I want to say this is just their baseline plastic, but this Harp is so good for the forehand. It's getting a little understable on me, and so that is why I've added a Get Freaky Zone into the bag. But the Harp, if I need anything to kind of go straight on the forehand, maybe a little finish to the right, I'm leaning on the Harp. Now, for the Get Freaky Zone, I was really against the zones for a long time. The Harp, it was in my bag. I love the Harp. Couldn't go wrong with the Harp. But the more I have thrown a zone, the more my mind has been changed. I mean, these things are just amazing, how stable they are, how much finish you'll get. No matter how much torque I put on this thing, it's gonna finish to the right, and I've really been loving the zone. So I got a nice double misprint zone. I had actually gotten it just to sell, threw it one time, was like, man, that feels really good, and haven't stopped throwing it since. Next up in the lineup is the mid-ranges. Again, I'll start from most understable and work my way to stable. I only have 4 mids in the bag. Most courses I might only throw one of them. It just kind of depends on the course. But for most understable, I have a 2022 Ice Bowl, no wimps, no whiners, that I got down in Tennessee at a tournament. This is a Buzz baseline plastic. It's really beat in. It's hit a lot of trees, so I can really trust that this disc is going to go to the right, and it's going to stay to the right. Now moving up a little bit on stability, I have a Star Mako 3. Throw this flat, it's going to turn a little bit to the right and just glide forever. I've put this into the bag because the Buzz has kind of gotten a little bit too understable, and it's finishing a little too hard right on me. So I'm trying out this Mako, and I've really enjoyed it. Next, I have a powered by KFDG Bombs Over Rhiney B ESP Buzz. This is my go-to mid-range. Anything from, I would say, 350 and in. If it doesn't require a hard finish or it's a touch in the woods, I'll be leaning in on the Buzz. So really enjoy the Buzz. Now, for when it gets a little more windy outside, I need a little more trust in a disc that it's going to finish to the left. I have a Big Z Malta. I can rip on this thing as hard as I want, straight into a headwind, and it's still going to finish to the left. So I love the Big Z Malta. Next in the bag we have fairways. So I only have 3 different fairways that I throw. If we go most understable, I have a pair of Battle for Bedford Esp Undertakers. I honestly have to say the Undertaker is one of my favorite discs to throw ever since I got these. This first one, the blue, is a little more understable, so I can know that it's gonna finish a little bit softer. The green one will give me a harder finish back to the left depending on the angle that I throw it, but I really love the Esp Undertaker. Moving on up in stability a little bit, I have a 2020 Winchester Parks and Rec Iron Hills tournament. This is a Thunderbird. It's a Champ Thunderbird. It's really beat in, so it doesn't have that hard turn like a Thunderbird does, but I've really enjoyed this disc. I have a lot of trust in this disc. Now if I need a forehand that is going to finish hard, no matter how much I beat this thing in, it is just a hook, I have a Champion Firebird. Love this disc if I have to go up and around the trees on a big hyzer, or if there's just a super headwind and I need a very hard turn, I'll lean on the Champion Firebird. Great disc. Now for drivers, I have only 2 different molds of drivers in the bag. We'll start out with the Wraith, and then we'll move up to the Destroyer. So that's all I carry is Wraiths and Destroyers. First, most understable, I have this Star Wraith that I've beat in. This is my farthest flying disc if I get it on the right angle, but if there's any wind at all, I can't trust this disc, and so then I'll be grabbing for either a more stable Wraith or then maybe one of my less stable Destroyers. But I really enjoy the Wraith. I have 2 Champion Wraiths here as well, just to give me a little more stability, a little more finish to the left depending on the type of shot. But I don't lean on the Wraith as much anymore now that I've gotten some Destroyers that I've beaten into where I would like them. So for the Destroyers, I actually carry 6 Destroyers. I have 3 F2 Pro Destroyers, I have 2 Calvin Hamburg Destroyers, Halo Destroyers, and I have a Ricky 2-time Destroyer, Tourer Series. Starting off with the F2, the Pro Destroyers. These things, I love them. This pink Destroyer, I've had it for about 2-3 seasons now. Really beat in, but it still has that finish. And then if I need something with a little stronger finish, I just picked up a pair of new Pro F2 Destroyers that I can interchange into there, beat up one more so than the other, just depending on the shot that I need. But if I get these things on the right angle, they'll fly for days. So I really love the F2 Pro Destroyer. Next, we have a Ricky 2-time Destroyer. I don't really throw this too much on backhand. I have a little bit, but it turns a little bit on me. It's almost like a Wraith, I feel like. But the more I throw it, the more I enjoy this disc. I just haven't gotten enough throws with it to fully trust it. But it's made the bag. I'm going to continue throwing it, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to like it even more and more. Now my last 2 discs in the bag are Calvin Hamburg Destroyers. This teal one, it's beat in a lot more than this purple one here, but the teal one is still just so overstable. I love it. I can crank on this thing. I might get a little turn on it, but it's always going to finish. And then this newer one, a little domier than the teal one, but again, I just love the Calvin Hamburg Destroyers. Anything Destroyer, and I'm probably throwing it. So that'll do it for my 2022 in the bag video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys stay tuned in for all the videos to come this year. I'm going to try to get out as much as I can and get as much content on the channel as I can. When you guys see the videos, now you'll be able to see exactly what I'm throwing. Okay? Now, don't forget, Bomb Discs. Local store in Lexington. Any disc that you might need, they probably have it over there. Most of the discs you see here, besides older discs that I got before being sponsored, were purchased from Bomb Disc. You're going to love it over there. My guy Steven can help you out and get you any disc that'll get you out on the course throwing your best shots possible. Hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next one.